Hello everyone, welcome back to Velocity Verdict. Today we are going to be reviewing this 2025 Kia Soul. Now at the front we have this Kia logo with these all LED headlamps with the turn signal indicators. Those are quite stylish for economy car. Then down here with the blacked out elements, little bit of silver housing. Overall, that's a cool looking front end. Now when we come onto the side, our tire wheel setup is 205 by 60 R16. So we have these 16-inch alloy wheels over on the front and at the back, and with the wheels we have these more baseline wheels with the silver accents because it's kind of a lower model. And then we have this blacked out mirror caps, and taking a couple steps back, this is the overall side profile and has a good contrast with this bright blue paint. We do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, body color door handles over there, and when we come onto the back, we have this brake light up here with a defogger, rear wiper, Kia badging, the Soul badging, all LED tail lamps, and yeah, those are stylish turn indicators. And overall, that's an interesting back end, but hey, it's cool looking, sporty looking. And now let's see what's underneath the hood for the Soul. What kind of engine is in stock for us. I really like this hood design, like that's slightly up front, and then we do have kind of a hood scoop on the top. So we do have gas struts under this. Thumbs up to Kia for giving gas struts in such an economy car. Nowadays these are getting more rare. So under the hood we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder that produces 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque that goes to a CVT automatic transmission. And then fuel economy is 27 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway. Yes, since it's a front wheel drive car and a small hatchback, look at the fuel economy. That's impressive. I would like to give a huge shout out to Auto Express Kia in Erie who let me spend some time with this Soul. I'll include a link down in the description below so you can check out what inventory they have currently. Before we move forward with this review, I just want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post unique content for you and I'm going to bring even more unique videos for you guys. And guys, let me know down in the comments what do you think about the looks of this Kia Soul and how do you like this bright blue paint. I think for an economy car, it doesn't look too bad. I actually like the looks of it. And speaking of which, since it's like a hatchback and smaller car, that's why you have 16-inch wheels. And once we come inside the back door, we have basic trim up here on the top, but soft touch down here. Our power window controls. Look at these stylish chrome door handles. Nice trim on the door. Cup holder controls. And when we come onto these seats, man, look at these seats. We have cloth seats with this model, but we do have nice trim throughout the center. Nice touch and feel of the materials. And let me come inside. For reference, I am 5'8" and I have a good enough knee room. I can stretch my feet. And for the headroom, surprisingly, I have good headroom as well. Like some of the bigger cars I've reviewed, my head touches on the top, but it being like a hatchback, I have a good amount of headroom as well, and I'm comfortable back here. Thumbs up to Kia for giving good amount of knee room and headroom in such a small car. And then no AC vents back here, but we do have USB ports back here. Nice trim, no armrest or anything fancy at the back. Now let's move up front, and actually it's easy to get out as well at the back. So yeah, quite nice. And once we open up the front door, we do have the same basic trim over here on the top, easy to clean, but we do have soft touch down here. We have our child lock, all of our power window controls, lock and unlock function, adjustment for our mirrors, stylish chrome door handles, nice trim on the door, speakers down there, storage space. And for you guys wondering, this does come with blind spot monitoring in such a cheap car. And when we look on these seats, we have these cloth seats with nice trim throughout, and these seats Look at that. These seats are manually adjustable. Sorry, not manually adjustable. These seats are electronically adjustable. Stick around till the end for the price, because the price is shocking. Like, in such a low price, you have so many features like electric seats, and you even have height adjustment with these seats. Look at that. Having height adjustment with these seats in such a cheap price with lumbar support. Now that is called being value for money. And then the payload with this is 860 pounds since it's a hatchback. And once I come inside, so we do have like AC vents. You can see it's like quite a brand new car still with this wrapping and all, but we do have these AC vents over here, speaker. We have our brightness control over here. We have our traction off button, automatic start stop off button, parking camera button, and then we do have more AC vents down here, speaker on the dash. And man, look at this touchscreen. I know now this is the Soul. It doesn't have the latest Kia touchscreen that's connected, but it still has a decent size touchscreen. Like, look at that. It's still big enough for its class. And then you still have a physical volume control knob. You still have physical buttons over here, our hazard lamp button, and then you have physical controls down here for our climate control and front rear defogger. And then we do have a digital screen for the temperature. We even have a wireless charger up here. Look at that, a wireless charger. Now this is called a value for money car. 12-volt socket, USB ports, storage space, shifter for CVT automatic transmission, engine start stop button in such a cheap car. And we even have drive mode select down here, and love this shifter. And then down here it's more basic, like 2 cup holders, manual handbrake, but I'm fine with that being a cheap car. And moving on, we do have this armrest over here, or the center console you can say. Yeah, we do have a decent sized storage space in the center console. Nice trim up there. And then more, actually this dash is kind of soft touch. AC vent there, like the driver's side, and for the glove box, yeah, we do have a decent sized storage space in our glove box. So thumbs up to Kia for giving a practical glove box with this. And now when I come onto the steering wheel, now the steering wheel is like kind of more basic trim, like less soft touch and all, but we do have our Kia logo up center, and then we have a bunch of practical controls over here, like for our volume controls, voice command, modes, controls for the center stack to pick the call. And we all have more practical controls over here, like for our adaptive cruise control. And this can steer for you on the highway. Can you imagine highway steering, adaptive cruise control in such a cheap car? Now this is called value for money. Kia, good job. I'm not surprised in this economy that why Kia and Hyundai in nowadays sold a lot many cars and have a good sales figure going. If you check the news based on the February sales figures, but love this gloss black segment around the steering wheel. And let's start this bad boy up. Now look at that. We have a fully digital gauge cluster with this. Can you imagine having a fully digital gauge cluster in such a cheap car? You have a fully digital gauge cluster with this, and it has a lot of fuel, so it has 210 miles of range. And then you can see for the adaptive, and it has adaptive cruise control since it has a camera up here on the front, due to which it can see the speed limit sign whenever it goes. And then we have a regular rear view mirror with this one. Nothing too fancy with it, but a regular rear view mirror. And if this focuses, it does say Kia Connect on the mirror. I don't know what happened to this, but yeah, it has Kia Connect on it and some hazard lamps button. And then we do have a sunglass holder with this, cabin lights with this, sunscreen shade, mirror, quite basic material like sunscreen shade, mirrors. And then no sunroof or anything with this one, but we do have a fully digital gauge cluster. Now I am kind of impressed with it having a fully digital gauge cluster. And then we do have different drive mode select. So we do have normal and sport, two drive modes. So in sport it's just red color, but other than that it's purple. And then we have the screen. Now look at the UI. I'm actually impressed with the resolution of the screen, and has a good touch response time and works fast. And you do have built-in navigation with this as well, built-in maps or whatever, but different POIs, map, and then there should be like a home button somewhere. And overall I'm actually quite impressed with the features it has in such a cheap price. And I'm going to come on to the resolution of the backup camera in a bit, but we do have physical stocks for our headlamps and indicators, and we do have physical stocks for our wipers, and then it even has a rear wiper as I showed you. And continuing, I love this panel down here that shows the temperature digitally, but then you have a lot of physical controls, wireless charger, all the features you would need. And now let me show you guys the quality of its backup camera. You guys might be wondering, how is the quality of its backup camera? I'm actually quite impressed with the resolution of the backup camera. It's quite clear. Since it's more of a budget car, you do have blind spot monitoring with this, but you don't have like the fancy features like the 360-degree camera and all. But at this price point, you can't complain. So look at the quality of the backup camera. This is called high quality. I'm impressed with the quality of the backup camera, and then the trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel, so that's always a plus. And nice steering wheel, nice touch and feel throughout, and I'm impressed with the quality of the backup camera. And now let me show you guys the key for the Soul. You guys might be wondering, how does the key look? So this is the key for the Kia Soul. We have the Kia badging down here, so it's kind of a different key than the K4 and K5 that I reviewed, but then this is also premium. We have our Kia logo up here, and then we have our lock and unlock function, panic button, remote start. So that's impressive. This does come with remote start even at such a cheap price. And now let me show you guys the space in its hatch. You guys might be wondering, how big is the hatch? And then since it's so affordable, you do have a manual opening for the hatch with this one, and you do have struts that helps it hold on to place. And this is the cargo area you have in the hatch. Honestly, thumbs up to Kia for giving such a practical hatch in such a small car. So the floor is extremely low, so you can stack little bit things on top of each other, and then it's decently wide. So quite a practical cargo area, practical cargo space in the hatch for the Soul. And you even have a light there in the hatch. So yeah, nothing too fancy back here, but you still have a spare tire underneath, so that's a plus, having a spare tire. Practical hatch, and thumbs up to Kia for that. And once you're all done, this is just manual because of the price point it comes at, but hey, it's a cool car. And now, as I was saying, this does come with remote start as well. Look at that, it starts right up with the remote start. So yeah, this does come with remote start as well. And I really like this new style headlamps they have going on, LED with the Soul, the silver accents overall. And overall, I'm really liking the styling of the new Kia Soul. And now let's look at its window sticker. You guys might be wondering, how much does this cost? So this is the window sticker for 2025 Kia Soul S. This is the blue paint with the black roof. Look at all the standard features it has. And then you do have, and then the base MSRP on this is just $22,790. Yes, you heard that right. This cost, the base MSRP is only $22,000, and then it still has the 10.25 inch screen, just not connected, but it still has the latest 10.25 inch screen. And then you do have very few accessories, like this dual tone paint costs $345, the floor mats and the mud guards, but including all the options and destination, the total MSRP on this is $24,820. Yes, you heard that right. The MSRP on this car is below $25,000. Below $25,000. Like in this economy, finding a car for below $25,000 with remote start, with blind spot monitoring, with the 10.25 inch touchscreen push button start, and hey, overall a fuel efficient car is less. So thumbs up to Kia for still producing affordable cars. So yeah, the total MSRP on this is just below $25,000. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think this is worth $25,000 or not? In my opinion, it is absolutely worth it, especially the warranty you have with it. Like, you do have a 10-year 100,000 mile powertrain warranty, and then you do have unlimited, you have roadside assistance for 5 years included, 5 years limited basic warranty. So no manufacturer offers this much warranty, and that too in such a cheap price. So yeah, and then it's extremely fuel efficient as well, and especially good for like if you don't live in a snowy area, especially because I mean, like if you want to put snow tires on this and drive on the snow, it's up to you. But if you live in an area where it doesn't snow, or yeah, then this car is like, the fuel economy is almost unbeaten. So that's it for my review on this Kia Soul. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with as many people as possible. And I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.